Alright guys, what's up man? What is happening? It is Ease. But as far as this channel is concerned, it is Nova Ease. Chill. And I'm always chilling. And just to get in, like I like to say, from all the videos that I do with Nova Gal, thank you for, showing the love that you always show. And I'm just going to jump right into it. I am going to the last video of Talking with Ease, anticipating Gears of War Judgment, and I'm kind of thinking about it, but because this already has 4 thumbs up, I'm gonna go to official Mitch Meister, Mr. Nova Meister. How were your school years or finding a career? Pretty good topic or topics for me to touch on. I really don't even know what I'm gonna say, to tell you the truth, how I'm gonna say it. But thank you, Mitch, for giving me the topic, and yeah, let me just get right into it. Of course, as always, guys, so I'm gonna say this right in the beginning. Give me a topic to talk about, so that I am not kind of hanging in the wind. But yeah, how were my school years? And please forgive me, guys. Forgive me for like the breathing in and out. I think I have like a crazy flu going on and cold where I have this nasal drip that goes down the back of my throat, and it actually closes up my throat. Not to get too graphic about it, but that's basically what it is. So it's hard for me to breathe and talk in long spurs. You see how I'm like breathing? I'm sorry. I'm making myself laugh. But anyway, of course, Gears of War footage is in the background. I don't know which gameplay I'm gonna pop up, but it's gonna be long enough to hold the span of me talking. But me in high school. I mean, I was first off, I'm a type of person that when I was growing up, I moved around a lot due to the separation of my parents. My mother and my father separated. They were never married anyway, but they are separated when I was around, say, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, because I had appendicitis when I was like 13, and I turned 14 when I was in the hospital with appendicitis. 15, they separated. I lived in Connecticut. And my mother moved down here with my other brothers and sisters that I had met for the first time. And I stayed up there with my father, and we just kept moving. So I've been to 2 different middle schools. If anybody knows anything about the Norwalk, Connecticut area, I went from Nathan Hale Middle School to Ponus Middle School. And then I started in high school from Ponus, which was the middle school, of course, I just said that. High school, what was it, Brian McMahon High School. And I moved down here in Florida to live with my mom. And I went to Lake Ware High School in Ocala, Florida. And I don't know, the years were rough for me, man. I mean, I had experienced the first death, which was my cousin. I mean, the first time before, well, I say the second time I visited Florida to see my family. I had a cousin named Trevor, God rest his soul. He was just a very kind soul of a person. He never really knew me. I only knew him for the summer. And he had the sickle cell thing going on. And I mean, I spent a lot of time with him. Not that much. I mean, he was a grown man, but he taught me a lot of little things that I could learn, from somebody like him. Like, he taught me a lot about girls and stuff. He was the type of person that he had, like, I would say he had like a heart, a cold. I'm not saying he's a bad person, but he's one of those guys that that he can go and talk to any girl, and doesn't matter how bad they shut him down, it rolls off his chest like it doesn't even mean anything. He was that kind of guy, and he kind of showed me to be that person in that sense some way, even though I was always being a shy person. But anyway, when I left, he died when I went back to Connecticut to finish my 10th grade year before I moved down the year after. And it hit me hard. It was one of those things where I swear I had PTSD. I went from being this lovable kid that always cracked jokes and was just silly all the time, to just, it was like boom, a huge weight just hit me. First time I ever experienced a death in the family, like that. And somebody like that just touched me so fast, in just a span of a summer. Man, it hit me hard, man. Like, I wouldn't speak to anybody. I was just like this stone cold person. you know, and I just didn't know how to deal with it for a long time. You know, it was be moments where I just get in class and I just be sad and just wouldn't say a damn thing to anybody. You know, just angry. You know, I just didn't understand. And then I mean, I kind of slowly started getting out of that, but I still just wasn't that same kid. You know what I mean? And I remember going on a field trip from this choir class, and I still had that kind of persona going on. And I remember we went to this amusement park in Virginia, Busch Gardens in Virginia, and of course we had to sing or whatever. But before we went to Busch Gardens, we went to this little place where we sat and ate lunch, and it was like a game show. And I went onto the game show. Of course, my name got called. I was like the last person to get called, and I remember getting on that stage, man, and it was like electrifying because I was just cracking jokes. I was just being stupid. I was just like being just saying all these things that just either flew to my head, or the group that I was sitting with at the table, they were saying all the stuff that they wanted to say before they got up there. I was the one that from the table that got up there, so I said everything and then some, and I just acted the fool. After that, by the time we got to Busch Gardens, man, it was like I was like a chick magnet. And like, I'm not even saying it to be, you know, like this guy. Like, seriously, me opening up and being funny and crazy like that after everybody notices me as this like real calm dude that doesn't really say much, man, the girls were just all over me, dude. I don't understand. It was like, yo, if this is what I have to do to get girls to like me, then I think I'm gonna be like this a little bit more often. You know what I mean? But excuse me. I mean, from that and then moving down to Florida and then finishing my 11th, 12th grade year, I was very different. I was more open, more engaging, more talkative, and I guess what I can really bring about just being, you know, my years in high school is, you know, we all go through our little things. You know, we have acne on our faces and we don't know how to act with that shit. You know, we gotta sneak to the bathroom and pop a few zits or some shit. You know, you might have a girlfriend in high school and, you know, she might be a high school sweetheart, or you just go through these breakups and these embarrassing things, or, you know, you go through traumas and stresses that happen to you. And high school is the prime spot for it to happen. From middle school to high school, the prime location for these things to happen. And some people don't know how to get through it. You know, some people don't know how to get through it. They either go through real bad being bullied or anything like that, and they just don't know how to fit into any crowd. Like me, I had no problem ever fitting in with anybody because I was always myself. If you didn't like me, then I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't want you to like me. I want to be myself, be my quiet personality. Every once in a while, you might hear me say something, and if you like it or you dig it, then come around me and say what's up. And then that's all there is to it. So I always got along with anybody. It doesn't matter where I go, where I went. To this day, I pride myself on it. You know, so I mean, that's something I could really shed out to a lot of you guys. Don't try to impress anybody. Just be who you are, and then those people will come. You know, if you build it, they will come, or however the hell this shit is said. You know, as I run out of breath trying to talk in a long span of a sentence. But yeah, you know, this high school was a huge stepping stone in my life, and of course anybody else's life. And now that I sit and I look back at it now, I mean, it doesn't really shape the rest of your life, but it is something that people will remember about you if they never see you again. And what you go through there it's like the next step until you get to the real world, where you have to like see people that you don't even know, you know, at a job. Your job might encourage you to travel. Your job might encourage you to talk to a lot of different people, you know, and you have to learn how to open up after you leave to find a career. I'm not going to really talk about finding a career right now. I'm going to leave that for the next video. But yeah, my years in high school were, even though I went through some bad stuff, they were the shit, man. A lot of milestones happened to me in high school. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where, like, it's crazy. I'm looking back at it now, but I'm friends with pretty much all my friends from high school. Not the high school in Connecticut, because I don't live in Connecticut anymore. But all my friends that I know right now, my tight circle, that's all from high school, and we still live down here. You know what I mean? So some people may have strayed, may have gone out, may have done this, may have done that, but that's one thing I'm glad I took away from it, was that I can keep a tight knit circle of people that I can trust and really come to for advice, and they could come to me for advice, and you know, we can work off of each other and really trust one another, and you know, maybe see each other to our graves. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like the movie American Pie is a perfect example. You know, it talks about losing their virginity, and you know, and then the next American Pie where they do more things and they graduated and they're living their lives. They had the relationships, they had the breakups, but they still keep together. You know, somebody gets married, somebody does something else for like a major company or something. They become very successful. You know, everybody's doing their own thing, but you just got to learn how to still keep those ties, because those are the people that, you know, saw you through the toughness of what high school endured, or what high school put on you to endure. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. I'm not gonna talk any much more longer. Sorry if I'm very like sporadic and taking too much pauses, but like I said, this is the best day I've been feeling so far from this little sickness that I got, man. It's very crazy, but I'm just gonna lay in bed and get better. I just had to make sure I push out a video for y'all to vibe off of, and like I said, always, man, thanks for the love. I'm gonna say it in every other video, Why not? Thanks for the love, and give me a topic. If not, I think I'm gonna swing off of that topic that Mr. Mitch Meister gave me on a career, finding a career, because it's perfect right now. I feel like I'm just not finding my career. But anyway, that's it. There's no more for me to say, man. Y'all know what to do. Easy.